At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024. Ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
So good, so good, so good.
Great brands, great prices. Everyone's got a reason to rack.
Because they have framed jeans.
Nike? Yes.
Just so many good brands.
Vince, Kurt Geiger London, Rag & Bone, and more are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. You never know what you'll find, but you know it's going to be so good. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
Move your career further, faster in just 2 days with a Harvard Professional and Executive Development Program. Advance your leadership skills, craft smarter business strategies, build your network, and transform how you work and think to keep your career moving forward. You'll earn a certificate and can add Harvard to your resume with Harvard Professional and Executive Development. Learn more at professional.dce.harvard.edu/Spotify.
Drink it in, man.
Welcome, Kool-Aid drinkers, to the Detroit Koolaid Cast Red Packet Edition, where today I'm going to talk a little bit of hockey. I'm going to talk about our Red Wings. And coming off that high of the Four Nations tourney, where our captain, Dylan Larkin, got plenty of love, along with lots of views for Lucas Raymond on Team Sweden as well. So, folks, if you're looking for a Lions info today, you are on the wrong Kool-Aid packet. This is the Red Kool-Aid packet, talking all things Red Wings today. I got lots to talk about, and like we say, we don't have time to mess around. So I'm going to dive right into it. I'm going to give you a little bit of where we are, where we've been, and what I kind of see for the future for this team here to end the season. So, as most of you know, the Red Wings made a coaching change, got rid of Derek Lalonde right after the Christmas break, and hired a familiar face in Todd McLellan, former assistant coach of the Red Wings, NHL head coach with several teams, including the San Jose Sharks. So this was a guy that was familiar with the organization, Steve Yzerman has worked with before, and man, this change could not have sparked the Detroit Red Wings in any better of a way. They are 15-5-1. That's 31 points, people, since Todd McLellan's hiring in December. They have had two 7-game winning streaks in that span. That has not happened in, I believe, over 25 years in the Motor City. They went from tied in last place in the Eastern Conference to the second wildcard spot in that span. They are winning at a .816 point percentage right now, and they are absolutely on fire. During this stretch, they went 4-0 in a Western Canada road trip. That's the first time that's happened in, since like 1996. They're 1 point behind Ottawa in the Atlantic Division, currently holding that second wild card spot, like I mentioned before. They have allowed 9 total goals in their last 6 games during that 7-game win streak. The turnaround of this team has been absolutely phenomenal. Their power play is clicking, I think, at like a 35% since the coaching change, which is unheard of in the league right now. And their mentality and their approach to the game has just changed. Many of you have seen the clip. I'm sure you've seen the memes. I'm sure you've seen it on the Twitterverse, where it's a quote from Todd McClellan after, I believe, his very first game, where he says, "I just told the guys, play effing hockey. Don't get cute. Don't get fancy. Play effing hockey." And boy, oh boy, these Red Wings have responded and just played some hockey. It's been fun to watch. During this stretch, before I felt like they were very hampered under Derek Lalonde with their style, their system. They were always waiting for that perfect shot. I believe they were outshot in like all games but 2 to begin the season. And now they have shot up with a shot differential of plus 23 in those 21 games that Derek Lalonde has been gone and Todd McClellan is in. It has been a huge difference. They're shooting the puck. They're playing with some passion and excitement. Man, if you watch those Red Wings in November and December, early December.
Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other toppings, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out, it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate Pina Colada and Thai-iced coffee-flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
It's winter, and you can now get almost anything you need for the coldest months of the year delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a ski slope delivered, but you can get dish soap delivered. Sunshine, that's a no. But a bottle of wine, that's a yes. A snow angel, sorry, no. But angel hair pasta, Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol and select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Love, exciting and new. Hello, Hannah Waddingham here. Have you seen the fabulous new Sun Princess? World-class entertainment, exceptional dining, and the greatest pizza ever. It's
Don't miss our Come Aboard sale with up to 40% off and free room upgrades. Visit princess.com or call your travel advisor to book. Princess Cruises. Terms and restrictions apply. Offer ends 2/28/25. Ships at Bermudan and British Registry.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
It was just like, I'm not going to lie, at times it was very, very boring. They lulled you to sleep. It wasn't exciting. There was no passion. I believed several times, if you follow me on the Twitterverse, you heard me calling for a change, some kind of change. Just shake up the lines, shake up the coach. Something has to change because these Red Wings are just boring to watch. And man, this change since Todd McClellan in December has been amazing. They've had I mentioned these 2 7-game winning streaks. During the first 7-game winning streak, it was a little bit different. They were in there and they were just scoring goals. They were pumping the nets full of goals. 6 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, just over and over and over, night after night, they were just filling the nets. I think since the hire, 4 goals, 5 goals, 4, 3, 5, 6, just lighting the lamp. And, defense be damned, they were just lighting the lamp, and it was great. That was during the first 7-game winning streak. The second 7-game winning streak was a little bit different. It was more defensive focused. They had 6 straight games where they gave up 2 goals or less. They won 4-2, 2-0, 5-2, 3-2, 3-1, 3-2. It was a total shift. The defense has been on lockdown in that last stretch of the last 7-game winning streak. They had a little blip against Tampa to end the break, heading into the Four Nations. But again, just a great turnaround for these Red Wings. They're sitting in a playoff spot. It has been a whole lot of fun. Diving in a little bit more and some of the reason behind that, they made significant line changes. They moved Marco Kasper up to the top line with Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond, which I, by the way, have been calling for all season. At the beginning of the year, when they knew they were going to have these rookies and these guys that had to come up, that were no longer waiver eligible to go back down to Grand Rapids, I said, you need to put a rookie up on that top line and just let them play hockey and feast with our 2 best offensive players in Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond. I think I called for it to either be Marco Kasper or Johnny Burgers. That's Jonathan Berggren. You'll hear me call him Johnny Burgers all the time. That's my name for him. That's what we love to call him. But they moved Marco Kasper onto that top line with Larkin and Raymond when Tom McCullen took charge, and the kid has absolutely just taken off. He is thriving on that line, and it's been fun to watch. I believe he's got 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points, and is just playing lights out since being moved to that top line with Larks and Raymond. It's been fun to watch. Again, some injuries during that stretch where some kids got to get called up. So Albert Johansson on the defense has been called into duty with an injury to Petrie, and he has been amazing. Again, another rookie. You didn't really know what to expect from him. I believe if any of you watched that Western Canadian road trip where he was playing on a line against, Connor McJesus, and there's some great footage of him playing Connor McDavid the best that a defenseman can play him. Keeping him to the outside, keeping him shut down. Oh, and by the way, he's also putting up some points. So he's been forced, 20 minutes a game, been forced into this top role. He's got 4 points in a top 2D pair line. It's been really great to see him up there. And it's been fun, a good showing by our rookie there. Another lineup change that was made. Elder Soderblom called up. You may have recognized that name. He's the beast. I believe he's 6'7", just a huge body, but he's got really nice hands for how big of a guy he is. He was on the Red Wings about 4 years ago, and he's kind of been stuck in Grand Rapids ever since, but he got the call-up when Patrick Kane was injured.
You're the perfect blend of elegance and style, and your ride should be no different. The 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid meets all your needs, from business to brunch and everywhere in between. With head-turning details like a sleek front end, plus stylish interior, and an available 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and seamless tech integration. Okay, Hyundai. Visit HyundaiUSA.com to learn more about the new 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Lowe's knows that free is just better. That's why MyLowe's Rewards is free to join. As a member, you earn points towards MyLowe's money on eligible purchases, get exclusive free gifts, and earn free shipping at Silver Key status, all on top of weekly member-only deals. Don't wait. Join MyLowe's Rewards for free today and start saving more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Move your career further, faster in just 2 days with a Harvard Professional and Executive Development Program. Advance your leadership skills, craft smarter business strategies, Build your network and transform how you work and think to keep your career moving forward. You'll earn a certificate and can add Harvard to your resume with Harvard Professional and Executive Development. Learn more at professional.dce.harvard.edu/Spotify.
You found your person. Now let the knot help you with everything else. The knot connects you to the wedding inspo, vendors, venues, and planning tools you need to make your day totally you. Having helped plan 25 million weddings, we've got your back when it comes to every little detail like RSVPs, budgets, and more. Because your wedding comes to life with the connections that matter the most. Get started at theknot.com/audio. The Knot. Let's plan your wedding together.
And he has really locked in a spot on this Red Wings roster. Again, he's just this big guy, and you assume that, he's probably slow, he probably can't handle. This dude is silky in front of the net. He can move the puck well. He has the ability to use his body to give him time and space, and he's actually really fun to watch. They've been putting him on a line with Rasmussen and another grind-type player, and he's really just locked himself into that role. It's been a lot of games. I think he's at 7 or 8 games, 5 points in 7 games. He is just playing really, really well, and I do not expect to see him going back down to Grand Rapids now that guys are starting to get healthy. So lots of lineup juggling and changes there during this stretch that have been a lot of fun to watch. Again, goaltending has been absolutely tremendous. Alex Lyon and Cam Talbot have become the tandem that I think we thought they could be when they signed Cam Talbot this offseason. They're a good 1-2 punch. When one has a little bit of a blip, the other one jumps right in and picks it up. They've been really, really great. Again, going back to these goals, goal differentials, goals allowed, 7 straight games allowing 2 or less goals. A lot of that has been a commitment to team defense, but a lot of it has been our goalies. And again, that was both goalies playing during that stretch. It wasn't just, Cam Talbot on fire. I think he played 4 of those 7 games. But Lyon and Talbot both have just been a great 1-2 combo. Better defense in front of them obviously helps, but they have made big saves when we need them to. On the back half of this Kool-Aid packet, I hope you're enjoying the Kool-Aid packet, people. And again, I know this is a little change up. We're serving the red Kool-Aid here. Don't you worry if you're a true diehard Lions fan. We will absolutely get back to you serving that Honolulu Blue Kool-Aid on the flagship each week. But we're having a little bit of fun here with these Kool-Aid packets. And just taking some time to talk about, Red Wings, maybe some Pistons. The host, Derek Oakery, will not allow us to speak about the sport. That shall not be spoken of. So we won't be going into that. But to wrap up this Kool-Aid packet here, this Red Wings Red Edition Kool-Aid packet, I kind of want to talk about my expectations for the end of the year and where I see this season finishing out. So like I mentioned, we're currently in the second wildcard spot with 61 points. Ottawa is right within our reach in the wild card 2. Tampa in the Atlantic Division has the third spot there in the Atlantic Division. They're 5 points up on us, and I believe they have a game at hand as well. So that's going to be a tall order here to try to catch them. Again, this surgence, this 21 games since the coaching change has been great. I do not expect that we are going to continue to win and collect points at a 0.816 rate. That is absolutely insane. But I do expect that we are going to continue to play very competitive hockey, that we are going to keep this winning mentality, this work hard, play effing hockey mentality going. And I do see these Red Wings actually making the playoffs. I know there's some big name teams below us in the standings with Pittsburgh, with the Rangers, with Boston. But I expect that the Red Wings will continue to push. I expect that they will continue to win games. I think they're going to be coming in refreshed and excited after this Four Nations tournament. I think Dylan Larkin is going to be at a whole other level after representing his country with Team USA and playing some very significant minutes during these games against Canada in the final and in the round robin. But I expect these Red Wings to continue to perform. You know, it feels kind of funny because I haven't even really talked much about like our other big name players. You know, I haven't talked about Alex DeBrincat. I haven't talked about, you know, Mo Saida. I haven't talked about, you know.
When you think about your future, you know what calls to you. Meaningful work, happiness, growth, and sharing these values with others. But how will you find all of that? There are many paths forward, including one you may not have considered. The military provides countless opportunities to pursue your calling, where you can be part of something bigger than yourself, while still being yourself, and having the future you want. You have a calling, we have an answer. Learn more at todaysmilitary.com.
Jewelry isn't a gift you give just once. It's a way to remind your loved one of a beautiful moment every time they see it. Blue Nile can help you find the gift that says how you feel and says it beautifully, with expert guidance and a wide assortment of jewelry of the highest quality at the best price. Go to BlueNile.com and experience the convenience of shopping Blue Nile, the original online jeweler since 1999. That's BlueNile.com to find the perfect jewelry gift for any occasion. BlueNile.com.
Build a routine with Ollie that supports your wellness needs, like getting your daily vitamins and minerals with Ollie's multi-gummies, or keeping your mood upbeat with all the vitamin D in Hello Happy. Give your gut health some support with probiotics, and wake up feeling refreshed after taking Ollie Sleep. Do wellness on your terms. Find Ollie at a Walmart or Target near you or at ollie.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Since you're new to H&R Block, we'll look at your returns from the last 3 years for any money your last guy might have missed, for free.
I could get money back from last year?
You could. We'll find any mistakes.
Could have really used that 2 years ago when I dated that mistake for 5 months.
Don't leave money on the table. Switch to H&R Block and get a free Second Look review. Second Look is included at no additional cost with the purchase of tax preparation. Results vary. All tax situations are different. Fees apply if you have us file an amended return.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Patrick Kane. So we still have lots of guys. We've got Comfort coming off injury. We've got Kopp in the lineup. You know, we've got a lot of depth players. Tarasenko, who I was very high on when we signed him in the off season. I have expected really much more out of him, and we hadn't gotten it. But he is starting to come around a bit too. So we've got a lot of guys that are ready to start lighting the lamp here. I expect Steve Yzerman to explore some things at the deadline here. I believe in 2 weeks, the trade deadline. My favorite day of the year, of the NHL calendar, the NHL trade deadline. I expect Steve Yzerman to be active. And if he thinks that a move is going to put these Red Wings and solidify them into a playoff spot, I really think that he's going to make that move. You know, what that move is, you know, I think time will tell. I think you've got a lot of people that are clamoring for another top 4 defenseman. I've cooled off a little bit on that with the emergence of you know, Simon Edvinsson and Albert Johansson. Yes, of course, you always want depth and you always want some experience, especially, you know, a lot of these guys have not had playoff experience. Anybody on the Red Wings for the that have only played for the Red Wings the last 10 years have 0 playoff experience, okay? So making trades or making a deal to bring in a veteran defenseman would be absolutely a great move. I'm not saying he has to necessarily be a top 4 guy, but someone who can come in and really lock down, be a good shutdown guy. You know, I can't envision a move being made to get a top 6 forward. I just don't see us in a position to be trading first-round draft picks. But I really do think that Steve Yzerman is going to be looking around and looking for a guy. He's not going to overpay. He's always kind of sharp and shrewd with his cap space. But I think he will look for a veteran-type forward who can light the lamp in the playoffs and kind of fill a role that, you know, when you need a goal, he's a guy. Find a guy who's going to just light that lamp, or, you know, somebody maybe who's a little more physical, who's going to protect, because we know, people, NHL playoff hockey is a whole other level of crazy. It is physical. It is fast. It is do or die from the drop of the first puck. But I expect our Red Wings to be playing playoff hockey at Little Caesars Arena come April. April in the D is going to be a lot of fun. Mark it here, folks. Hashtag what Choppy said. The Red Wings will be in the playoffs. I believe we will probably be in a wild card spot, maybe locking in that wild card 1 spot and playing one of the top teams in the other divisions. But you know what? It'll be at a point where the Red Wings won't have pressure to win a series. I think they're going to sneak up and they're going to surprise some people. I know people are going to say, oh my gosh, Choppy, but they'd be playing Florida. They'd be playing Toronto. They'd be playing Washington. They'd be playing Carolina. Folks, it's NHL hockey, okay? Wildcard teams have won the Stanley Cup before. So I'm not saying that we have Stanley Cup aspirations in 2025. I am not. But I am telling you, people, be on the lookout for April in the D, the Red Wings to be in the playoffs. I'm predicting that they're going to finish somewhere around in that 92-point mark, somewhere in that range. Expect it, mark it. Woo-wee! That's a hashtag choppy likey for our red Kool-Aid packet. Red Wings are flying. Folks, I'm kind of curious to see what kind of reaction we get to this Kool-Aid packet, because I love talking Red Wings. I love talking all things Detroit sports. We're going to see how this goes. You know we're going to get back to talking Lions on the flagship show the next time you hear it. But enjoy this red Kool-Aid packet, all things Red Wings, all things hashtag choppy hockey. Hashtag choppy likey, all the hashtags, all the gimmicks, all the Detroit sports love here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast.
Cornbread! Cornbread!